Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Farmer 48 with 1037 rating versus Giovanni Carupi with 1207 rating. So this is going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. And then we're going to see Farmer win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, so they get to decide if they want to go first or second. And then looking at the deck counts, we see 40 versus 43, and then Farmer will be deciding to go first. And looking at the opening hands, we see Seyfried, Nocto, Chamber, Gamma, and Abs. So this works, and if they were going second, they'd have a Gamma. And then they have World Legacy Guard Dragon, Seyfried, Tiding, Gamma Droplet. So they have a few going second cards. And if they were going first, it was not bad at all. And then they're going to go ahead and normal summon out Chamber, effect, go grab Tiding from deck to hand. And then they're going to go ahead for Striker. And then Striker Nocto. And then that's going to go ahead and search Boot. And then go for Seal, Nocto, draw on the Tracer. Activate Boot, bringing out Tracer from the hand. Tracer effect, pop Boot, bring out Recharger. Turn that into LP. Special summon out Abs, turn Tracer into Striker. LP effect's going to activate Chaining Gamma to negate and destroy that. Then bring out the Driver from deck. Then Striker effect into Recharger, bringing out Tracer, and then go ahead and turn those into a Quad Boral. Abs effect to go add Rocket Synchron, and then Quad Boral, pop itself, bringing out Tracer and Recharger, and then go ahead turn those into Savage effect to equipping Quad Boral, and then set Tiding, pass turn. So Savage, Seal, Tiding, standard. Pass turn, draw Gamma. That's a dead Gamma right there. But it is a monster for Droplet. They're going to normal summon out Seyfried, and then Seyfried effect that's going to go add Black Dragon from deck to hand, and then activate World Legacy. It's going to bring out Seyfried from the graveyard, and then go for Striker effect that's going to go add Boot Sector Launch. And then special summon out Black by banishing Seyfried, go ahead turn those into Romulus, and then get those, go add Ravine, go add White. And then Droplet for 2, getting rid of Monster and Trap. So then those will be negated. And then go ahead and special summon out White by banishing Black. And then Battle Phase, Romulus attack Seal. And then Seal effect. And Seal bring out Brotar. Brotar effect, get rid of Seyfried, go grab Levy. And then it's just going to get beat over. And then they're going to go ahead and go to main phase 2. Yeah, they're going to go for LP here. And then said he was 1,500 attack. Nope, 1,750. Why? Never mind. It's because had that equipped to it. So the Savage was at 3,500. And then its attack gets like frozen at half. Same thing as like Appaloosa or Trident. And then World Legacy Guard Dragon to move the LP. And then LP effect, Chain Tiding to bounce Romulus. Then Ravine, discard Boot, go send Chamber. Banish Tiding, bring out Chamber. And then Chamber effect, go grab Tiding from deck to hand. And then go turn those into a Seal. Set Tiding, and then pass, draw Quick Launch, but they can just out this with Levy if they want to. Yeah, like they definitely win this. Special summon Levy by banishing Lights and Darks. It's really good to have Levy as like a follow-up play, because you can just like start with it, and it applies so much pressure instantly. And then they're going to chain Tiding, and then Seal, so bounce World Legacy Guard Dragon, and then Seal's going to go ahead and bring out the Black Metal. Then Tiding, bring out Chamber to go grab Tiding, Quick Launch, bring out Tracer. Turn those into a Pepega Ruler, and then they're going to get that. It's going to mill and then go grab Black. It also gets Chaos Space, which is really nice. Then they're going to go ahead and special summon Black by banishing Gamma, and then go into a Striker Dragon using it, and then they're going to get Black to go grab White. And then Chaos Base, put back Striker, draw on the Ash Blossom. And then, yeah, they just admit defeat there, like they know they lose. So now going on to Game 2, we're going to get to see Giovanni get to go first. And then looking at the opening hands, we have Barotar, Droll, Levianeer, Tracer, Quick Launch. So they have one hand trap going second. Then they have Rocket Synchron, Boot, Ash, Red MD, Nib. So not a crazy hand. They're going to normal summon, go for Striker, and then special summon out the Red MD by banishing, Red MD effect, special summon back out Rocket Synchron, go ahead, turn those into a seal. So they're not going to try to go for anything crazy. Like they could go for Romulus, go add Ravine, and then do all that, but that plays in the hand traps. And they decided to not to do that. So just seal, pass, solid board. And then draw Seyfried. They're going to normal summon Seyfried, seal to bounce it, and then seal to go ahead and summon out Tracer from deck. Not Tracer. Alright, fair enough. Oh, then they're trying to quick launch. Yeah, they're going to bring out Chamber. Chamber effect to go grab Tiding. And then quick launch, bring out Rocket Synchron from deck. And then get rid of that for Striker. And then Striker Dragon effect to go add Boot Sector Launch from deck to hand. And then activate Boot, it's going to summon out Tracer from the hand. Tracer effect to pop Boot to bring out Recharger. And then turn those into a Pepega Ruler effect to mill. Also, I know this is weird, but I was thinking about this yesterday and it just popped back into my mind. Imagine if you could Red Eye, like Anaconda send Red Eyes Fusion and just play no bricks. Like just Red Eyes Fusion. Like no Dark Magician, no Red Eyes, just send Red Eyes Fusion and plop a Dragoon on board and it can still pop. I think that'd be so cool. I always think about cards with like alternative effects. Like I talked about Nib on the channel before. How I think this card would be absolutely insane if it didn't pass a token over to the opponent. Cause like that token is just like an extender for the opponent, kind of. Like it puts a monster on board. I don't know. Really cool if you just like change cards a little bit and how big of a difference it could make. And then Striker Dragon, pop itself for Recharger to bring out the Rocket Synchron, then go ahead turn those into a hot red. And they're going to go ahead and banish, summon out Levy, and that was you banishing all darks, I believe. Yeah, and then they're going to use that effect. It's going to go through, it's going to hit Boot Sector. Oh, it hits Ash. I was going to say like that's a 3, you know. My Levy hits have just not been on. I've been missing every single one. Chaos Base, put back Striker, drawing the Black Dragon. They don't have, or they do have a Light Engrave. Okay, fair enough. The Pepega Ruler, mill really going in there. Then they're going to banish a Light and Dark to bring back out Pepega Ruler. Then battle phase, go attack. Yeah, I don't know why they went for that. Exactly. Maybe they play like a Zombie Stein in the extra deck. Maybe that's why they went for that. I know a lot of people, well not a lot, but I know some people have been on Zombie Stein and really have been trying to push that card, so maybe they are, which is why they did that. They draw a quick launch for turn, and then they're going to go ahead and quick launch, bringing out Tracer, and then Tracer effect, pop Nib, bring out Recharger, and then turn those into the almighty Pepega Ruler, affect a mill. And go mill 5, add back Safer, gets multiple Chaos Spaces to grave. That was a lot of multiples, but the multiple Chaos Space to grave is nice. And then they're going to get hit with Droll, even though like it's not doing anything this turn because of Droll, but still, you know, graveyard effects being milled, nice. Could have milled like quick launches there instead. And then set Tiding. This token has a lot of, I was going to say, it has like way too much defense for these to beat over right now. And has like 92 attack. Draw Tracer. They're going to normal summon out Seyfried. And then go battle phase. I want to know why they committed so much last turn. Like, I really want to know why. They're going to go token, attack Pepega, Tiding to go bounce. The attack is not 9,000. No, that's a line. It's at 92. Can't forget the 2. Come on now. They're going to bounce Seyfried with Tiding. And then beat over. And then pass turn. They're going to draw World Legacy Guard Dragon. It's just, yeah, I don't know. They committed way too much. They're going to Chaos Base, put back Striker, draw Abs, and then activate Boot. Boot effect to Reborn from the graveyard. Special summon out Abs. Then World Legacy Guard Dragon, bring out Rocket Synchron, turn those into Savage on the Force Summon. And then they're going to get Abs and Savage, equipping Go Search. And then Tiding, bring out Chamber effect to go grab Tiding. And then they're going to try to nib here and then Savage negate. For a second there, it was looking like they were going to let that resolve, and it's like, whoa. Crazy. Go for Needle. Needle effect is going to go ahead and bring out Ash from the deck. Free monster. Normal summon Seyfried effect. Remove itself off the field to go grab White Dragon. And then special summon out White by banishing Abs from the graveyard. And then go ahead turn that into an LP. And then White to go grab Black. And then World Legacy to move LP. LP effect to bring out Brotar. Brotar effect, discard Rocket Synchron, go grab Levy. And then turn Brotar into a Pisty. And Pisty effect's going to activate, bringing out a Rocket Synchron. And then turn all of those into a Sword. And then banish to bring out Pepega Ruler. And then turn those into a Hot Red. And then Battle Phase, Sword's going to attack. And then affect the gang. So this is at like, I'm not even going to calculate it, but it's at a lot. Should be, well, I'm going to calculate it because now I want to, but it's at like 7,600, right around there. And then they're going to drop Brotar when their person dies. Yeah, then bring itself out. Said add Battle Fader. Yeah, that was just game because Savage beat over. You know, Sword by itself could go for game, and there's Hot right on top of that too. But going on to the next game, we are going to see Farmer 48 choose to go first. That was definitely a good game too. Like, it wasn't just like, you know, combo. There's actually like multiple turns in the Dragon Link mirror, which is like not normal for sure. Definitely not normal. Opening hand is Quick Launch, Abs, Chaos Space, Nib, Chamber. Wild. Definitely a nice hand. Then they have Abs, Red MD, Dark Ruler, Tracer, Lancia. Also, I want to know why they're on 43. Every time I'm like, oh, I'll play 40, someone comments down below, oh, they don't want to draw the bricks. And it's like, take those bricks out of your deck. I don't know what to tell you. Take them out of your deck. Make your deck full of good cards. You know, obviously there's some cards you don't want to draw, like Ravine, Boot Sector, but are you going to play more cards to make it so you don't draw those, or are you just going to play 40 so that way you can have higher chances of drawing into your good stuff like Chaos Base, Quick Launch, World Legacy Guard Dragon? Well, right here, probably sided out some of them. Well, actually, I don't know because they're on 43. They could have sided out other stuff instead. I don't really know their list. Normal Summon Chamber effect, go grab Tiding from deck to hand. Also, if you send in a replay to the channel, and if you'd want to send in your deck profile with it, I completely support that, so that way I can post more deck profiles on the channel. So yeah, also, only send in replays if you and your opponent are in the top 200. So currently, that's like you and your opponent both have to be like 1,000 rating pretty much. Then get rid of Chamber for Striker. Striker effect, that's going to go ahead now, or go search out Boot Sector. And then Chaos Space, get rid of Abs, go search White. And then Abs effect to go search Tracer. And then Lancia. And then Quick Launch, it's going to go ahead and bring out a Rocket Synchron. Then turn those into a Seal. And then activate Boot. Boot effect, summon out Tracer. And then Tracer effect, popping Boot, bring out Recharger. Turn Recharger into LP, Tracer into Striker Dragon, and then activate the LP effect. It's going to bring out Brotar. And then they're going to go Striker, Pop to bring out Tracer. Well, add Recharger, bring out Tracer. And then go for Pisty effect, bringing out Recharger. And then turn those into a Savage effect, equipping LP. And then set Tiding, pass turn. So They have Savage, Seal, Tiding, so 3 interruptions plus Nib. They put Brotar in grave too, so that's like more follow-up. And then they draw another Dark Ruler, a little bit unfortunate, since, they already had one. You should definitely shuffle your hand every time you draw. It's like really easy to do. Like, I don't know why people don't do it. They usually just draw for turn, and you press one button, and it's like, wow, I have a randomized hand now. I just think it's so good to do. Something that should be done, for sure. Like, I see it whenever people, don't know the game. They'll watch, like, a YCS or something, and they'll be like, oh, why are they shuffling their hands like that? Are they nervous? It's like, no, you want to keep your hands shuffled, and it's something to do while your opponent's just comboing. I mean, not on DB. On DB, you're doing it for, like, an actual purpose. Not just, like, doing it when your opponent's comboing. Go for Striker. Striker effect, go add boot. And then go for Romulus. Also, to clear that up, in real life, you're not just shuffling your hand for nothing either. You're doing it to also randomize the hand. So, like, there's a purpose to shuffle your hand no matter what you're doing when it involves Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, always shuffle. There's no reason not to, It's not like you're going to shuffle your hand and then they're going to know something. On DB, I've actually won many games before because people don't shuffle their hand, like, against, like, an Altergeist player. I've had people add Marionetter, next turn they draw for turn, they have 2 cards in hand, and then they normal summon the new Marionetter, and it's like, well, I just know your hand now. You could have just shuffled your hand and avoided that. But they're going to get Romulus, and Abs effect, go add Ravine, go add Rocket Synchron, activate Ravine, discard Rocket Synchron, chain Seal, and then they're going to go ahead and dump. And then they're going to get Seal effect here to go bring out Chamber. And then Chamber effect to go grab Tiding. So they are playing multiple Chamber. And then banish Romulus. Bring out Red MD. Red MD effect. That's going to bring out Rocket Synchron from the grave. And then turn those into a Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber effect. That's going to bring out Rocket Synchron. And then get rid of that for Striker Dragon. And then Striker Dragon effect is going to pop itself. Recharger, bring out Tracer. And then they're going to activate Boot. Boot effect to Reborn from the graveyard. It's going to bring out Rocket Synchron and Recharger. And then turn those into a Papega Ruler. So they could have dropped Nib before they went into Papega Ruler. Maybe they were thinking that they were going to go into, like, the Guard Dragon stuff there. But they're going to mill. And then grab Nib. Also, I still, like, I'm trying to think about it. Why would they, I don't know, dropping the Seal effect kind of felt preemptive. And then on Resolution, they're going to Tiding bounce. And then pass. Yeah, it's GG's. I don't know, that was played weirdly by Farmer48. But obviously they survived for another turn, so now it's just GG's. Well, they were surviving that turn no matter what, but, like, they didn't have their board broken, comboed on, so I don't know. I'm not completely sure why they sealed effects so early. They didn't really need to do that. I think that was kind of not necessary, but maybe they had their reasons. Actually, you know what, when this match is over, I'm gonna go back and look, because it was just weird. Tiding, bring out Chamber effect, go grab Tiding, so they are playing 3 Tiding, 2 Chamber, it appears. And then go into Striker effect. That's going to go add Boot Sector Launch from deck to hand. They're also playing 2 Boot Sector Launch. Okay, I think 2 Boot is wrong, by the way. And they're playing 40 with 2 Boot, 3 Tide, and you're playing 43. This player is just... I like this I like the 40 cards, but I think 2 Tiding is better than 3 personally, and then... Also, I really think 2 Boot is wrong. Like I tried to boot out for a while, and you don't want to draw it. Like you do want it in deck the next turn, but you don't need it in deck the next turn. And like that, just you draw it more often when you play two of it. Obviously, it makes it harder to break boards when you're drawing like dead cards like this that just don't do anything because you're just going and adding them anyways. Then they're going to turn those into a Romulus effect. That's going to go add Ravine from deck to hand. And then they're going to go Battle Phase, Savage attack Needle Fiber. And then Romulus beat over Rocket Synchron. And then main phase 2. Yeah, they were just scared of this being a tiding, most likely. And then main phase 2, go for Appaloosa. And then banish the Striker Dragon to summon out white, turn that into Striker, and then you're going to get white effect to go add black, Striker to pop itself for Recharger effect, Recharger bring out Pisty, and then Pisty effect, it's going to bring out Brotar, Brotar effect, discard Tiding to go grab Levy from deck to hand, and then banish Lights and Darks, summon out Levy, Levy effect, pop Boot and Dark Ruler, Chaos Base, put back Savage, draw on the Droll, special summon out black by banishing Seal, quick launch, bring out Tracer, and then turn those into a Savage. And then you're going to get Savage to equip and pass. And it's like Appaloosa, Savage, Tiding, Droll, Nib. They could have tried the Nib last turn to bait an Appaloosa negate, but they already know. There's no point of even trying. Oh, I mean, they are going to try here. Summon Levy effect, Appaloosa negate, Levy attack, Tiding, go ahead and bounce. And then GG's. So I am actually just going to go ahead and add back because I want to know why exactly they did that. I want to see what the scenario was. See if I missed over anything there. So they're just going to get the combo this turn. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Just kind of chilling here waiting for them to reach the point. I wish there was like a fast forward and then a faster forwarder. So that way I could just get ahead quicker. But now we kind of have to like watch this whole turn happen again. Yeah, it's such a solid board. I don't know. People are like saying, oh, Savage Seal Tiding, isn't that great compared to other decks? And it's like, oh, this deck doesn't have to play all the bad cards that the other decks do. Oh, so they did it when Ravine sent. Like, yeah, I was trying to see if I missed anything, but I just didn't. That was a really weird time to seal. Like, what are you afraid of there? What are they dumping? I don't know what they're dumping that could make you afraid. I feel like you would just hold it for sure, because if they try to combo, then you can drop Nib, and then Seal gets its effect even if it's tributed through Nib, because it's tributed, or you could even just like chainlink 1 Nib, chainlink 2 Seal if you want. I mean, you could just tribute this anyways, and then bring out a dragon to make your Tiding alive post Nib, which just makes it like impossible for them to push through the board because they have to play through Nib and then Tiding. To where this way you have to Tiding then Nib, which is still like extremely good, of course, but I feel like just doing it the other way around was probably better. And then this also like lets you get hit with the talents easier, just because you're activating the monster effect much earlier than you needed to. But yeah, it's like I'm not missing anything. I'm just not sure why they did it there. I don't know. If you're a farmer, could you comment down below on why you did that? Because I honestly don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I am just missing something. Maybe I'm stupid and there's something really clear and everyone's going to comment it down below. But if there is, I'm okay with it. I'm not like I'm okay with like criticism. Like if people are like, oh, they did it because of this, it's like, oh, alright, and then it makes me a better player. And it can make me play better in my next match, which is, you know, really good. Because I want to become better too. It's not like I make this channel just for you guys to get better. I want to get better while making these videos. But yeah, that's it for the match. I'm just gonna let him combo here, so that way we can like see how long the match was exactly. But overall, not a bad match for a mirror match. There was definitely some back and forth, not like too much back and forth, but game 2 was a little bit back and forth. Game 3, there was as much back and forth as you can really get. There was like 2 turns for this player, which is a lot when it comes to dragon mirrors, it feels like. Sometimes there's some insane matches though where like it's really back and forth and then one player just combos in game, because like once this deck gets the combo, it's game. It's really hard to beat it most of the time. But the match itself was about 50 minutes long. Not bad. Kind of long. The matches are usually shorter than that, like I was saying. But here they had like Appaloosa, Savage, Tiding, Nib Droll. You're just never beating that, especially when you only have 2 cards and your graveyard isn't stacked. I mean, you do have like Recharge or Red MD, but you don't have like Tiding, Chaos Base, all the stuff you need to be able to beat a board like this. Even then, you're probably still just not beating it because this is an insane board. But people are just underestimating this deck. A lot of people have taken out stuff like Dark Ruler in their main decks too, just because this deck can play around it. And because it's not like too strong versus other decks. People know to use like Battle Butlers, like Chainlink 4, Chainlink 5 now to dodge the Dark Ruler. So it's even just like becoming weaker against that deck too. Dino chooses to go second. If they choose to go first, they set up Scythe in your standby, so that plays around Dark Ruler. And like Winda, it does affect Winda, but they still get to like send. Well, depending on what deck you're playing. Like against this deck, they still get to send. And I've seen a whole bunch of people. They were also saying like, oh, just play Kaijus. Like they're really good, and it's like, oh, Kaiju never outs Winda if your opponent has a brain. Because they just wait for you to activate like boot effect, and then they just chain like Schism or El Shaddai, bring out Winda, and then you've already done your special summon. If your opponent's really dumb though and doesn't have a brain, then Kaijus can be insane. But we were always building our decks assuming that we were playing against very solid players. We were never building our decks for the trash players, because at that point, like, you don't even need to play hand traps versus trash players. You could just beat them. Because, like, I don't know. That's kind of how it is, though. Trash players don't set up, like, as good boards as other players, like, as good players. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.